It's October 29th, 2025. It's 4:03 p.m. and I have not been able to go to sleep for like the past week or so. So, in order to combat that, I've literally just been playing video games in the middle of the night. So, today I played Cyberpunk until I felt really, really sleepy. And then I woke up at like 3 o'clock p.m. No, like 2:30 or something. And I was supposed to go to school today. And when I looked at my clock, like I literally woke up at exactly 12:30 when my fucking class had started. So I was like, well, there's no fucking reason to go into class. Like I'm not even ready and I can't even like hurry up and get up and go and all that stuff. So I mean, like, it's whatever. Like, like, I feel like I hardly ever miss class like that, so I wasn't really tripping, but, it's important to go to class and all that stuff. And it was my last class of the entire week. I don't have any classes tomorrow on Thursday. Friday's Halloween and all that stuff, so I'm still like I'm not 100% sure what I want to do for Halloween and all that stuff because I've made plans with friends and all that, but every single time like I've made a plan with a friend like since school started, they've all like bailed out on me. So, I don't know. So, there's some ideas going out there and some ideas that are like in the mix, but it's like up to them if they decide if they want to do it or not. And like, I'm not mad or anything like that, but it is kind of frustrating when it's like I ask, like a friend to like hang out or do this and do that. And they're always like, no, like I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I have school, like I have to do this, I have to do that. And then it's like, okay, that's totally understandable and all that stuff. But then it's like, you know, they're out and about and you're not there and it's just like, oh, okay, well, if you just didn't want to fucking hang out with me, you could have just fucking said that. You could have just fucking said that, honestly. Like, I feel, and I don't know, I just get so frustrated to the point where it's like, I don't know, I just get very angry, like, because I feel like you could like literally tell me the truth. You can tell me exactly like how you're feeling, like, and this goes for like any situation whatsoever with any person, is that like you can literally just tell me and just keep it so fucking for real. Like I'm not gonna fucking get mad and all that stuff. And so it's just like I feel like I'm like getting into deep with like my friendships and they don't even want to go deeper than just like being friends. And which, I mean, they don't have to do that, but it's like for me, like I'm never gonna know unless they literally tell me to my face and like say it out loud, I guess, because it's like I'm just definitely like I'm not gonna assume anything unless you literally say those words coming out of your mouth. So I'm not even gonna assume that we're even fucking friends unless you call me like your friend. I'm not gonna go out anywhere unless you exclusively invite me and say, hey, do you want to go? Do you want to do this? Like, can you come to this? You know what I mean? Because I've had so many situations where with people who I thought were my friends and they just straight up just like did not do that. Like an example, a really big one. And this I still fucking think about this like to this fucking day, but like in high school there was like these group of girls I used to always sit with at lunchtime and all that stuff, and we were all talking about going to like the movie theaters and watching like the scary movie or something. And so we're all talking about it, we're like, oh my god, like it's gonna be so scary, it's gonna be so this, like oh my god, like like all of us were all like in this group, we're all talking about this movie and all that stuff. So I'm like, well, obviously if we're talking about this movie and like where to go see it and like what day to go and what outfits to wear, like, and I'm right there and I'm like joining in and all that stuff, like, and these group of girls, like, I think, well, I thought that they were like my friends, and it's like from the entire like beginning, from the first day all the way up until that point, which is already like a couple months into it, we were sitting at that table like every single fucking day. Every single fucking day we were sitting at that fucking table. So it's not like I just magically appeared out of nowhere and tried to butt into people's like group plans, you know what I mean? And so when all that stuff got brought up, I was turning 18 and I was like, oh, hey guys, like, you know, since the movie, it's a scary movie, since it's rated R, like, I can totally, like, buy the tickets for everyone, like, because I'm the only one old enough to even buy the tickets or whatever. And they were all like, oh, like, they all just, like, went so quiet, and they were just so, like, uncomfortable when I said that. And I was just, like, super confused because I was like, like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand what's going on or whatever, And so, like, obviously, like, after that, the the one girl, the very one girl, she was just kind of was like, oh, like, I don't think, like, and I was like, you know what, never mind, just fucking forget it. Like, I probably wouldn't even be able to go anyways. Like, I don't remember what I said, but I was just kind of was like, no, like, just forget about it, whatever. But she was literally like, just kind of like speaking for like the whole group and being like, oh, like, I don't think so. I don't think that you can go, whatever. And that, like, literally fucking traumatized me. Like, dude, I felt like so terrible because I was like, oh my god, like, I literally thought that these girls were literally my friends. And so it's like, why the hell would you be talking about this fucking movie, and everyone talking about this fucking movie and going to this fucking movie, and I'm the only person that's not invited? Like, obviously I'm gonna think that I'm invited if I'm like, there. Like, I don't even know how to explain it or whatever, but that really, like, stuck to me, like, really, really hard. And so, like, ever since then, I just kind of made it a point to never, like, assume that I'm friends with anybody, that I'm ever invited anywhere, like, period, and all that stuff. And so I definitely have gone into the habit of, like, asking people to just go. So, like, if a friend mentions something or goes to do something, whatever, I'm like, hey, like, would it be okay if I can go? And I feel like because I've been doing that, I can see why that would kind of contribute to my friends not really wanting to form, like, a deeper bond with me, because I don't know, like, in a weird way, I wouldn't have to ask to go. I would just be, like, invited. I don't know. Or it would just be assumed that I would be invited, but I'm not going to assume that I'm going to be invited anywhere because of that whole situation that fucking happened. Oh my god. And so, I don't know, but I would definitely like to make more deeper and more personal friendships with the people around me and all that stuff. But like, the people that I'm currently friends with, they just kind of want to keep me, like, right there, which is okay. And so, I don't know, I kind of just realized that hit me, like, I don't know, the other day, because like, I'm asking everyone, like, let's do this, let's do that, and then it's like I get left on red, like, I don't even get a reply back, and it's like, okay, well, what happened? Like, did I do something? Did something happen? And did I do something to offend you? And I wouldn't know. Like, I don't know. I thought we were cool this whole time. And, when I was looking up on the internet about it, because I don't know, like, how to handle these situations, they're just kind of, the internet was just kind of, was like, oh, well, if they never even offered an alternate, like, time to hang out, or an alternate, plan or whatever, and they just keep saying no, 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 with all these excuses of why they can't go and all that stuff, then just leave it alone, because a friend would reschedule or try to make those plans again. And I was like, oh shit, like, I don't think anyone has tried to reschedule or make plans with me again. So I was like, oh shit, like, oof, I might be forcing a connection that's not there. And it's not that I'm literally trying to force a connection. I'm literally just, like, being a friend. And what I think of being a friend is like, doing stuff together and asking them to hang out and, do activities and do this and do that. And so, you know, you don't have to talk every single day. You don't have to do that, but, like, that's just how I would think about it. And so I don't want to force anyone to be friends with me that doesn't want to be friends with me, period. You know what I mean? So I have to start over from scratch. I don't like starting over from scratch. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I mean, there's definitely a couple girls that, you know, around me who I feel like I could be really good friends with. I just have to be like more, I don't know, not less awkward, but definitely talking to them more because, I don't know, sometimes I get shy. Sometimes I just get a little bit like, oh, just be overthinking the social part and all that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like I'll be fine. I mean, on Sunday, we're having like this game. I pulled together a game night, and during game night, we invite all of our friends, and there's like a whole chunk of people that I'm not even inviting because they don't want to be friends with me anymore. So, and it's like those chunk of people, I've been hanging out with them for like the past year, like a lot. Like, I thought we were a little bit deeper in our friendship, but I guess not. And so it's like, since I can't invite those chunk of friends anymore, the only one person, I only invited like one person. Only just one person, and then her boyfriend's coming over. I mean, she literally lives right across from me. Like, we're in the same fucking apartment complex. Like, she's literally right there. And so it's just like, everyone else that's coming, they're not my friend. They're just like everyone else's friends that everyone else's friends is inviting. And so I don't know. I feel like that really put things into perspective for me, and I was like, ooh, yeah. I would like to invite more friends, but I'm only gonna have a game night with one person. There's gonna be a lot more people there, obviously. Probably more than 10 or 15, but yeah, I don't know. I try not to think about these things so hard, but it's really hard not to think about it. And that's probably why I can't fucking sleep at nighttime. That's probably why. Anyways, I'm heading out to go make a Crunchwrap Supreme homemade. I'm going to Smith's to get everything, and then coming back, making my Crunchwrap Supreme, and just kind of go from there. Yeah. Anyways,